Hi, my name is Beth Tuminello, Mrs. T Chem Talk Teacher Tech, and this video will be about getting started with Google Classroom. Please click the subscribe, and if you'd like to, also you can turn on or off the notifications. I will be making a series of Teacher Tech videos over the next couple of weeks. So the first place that we're going to go is classroom.google.com, or even if you just type Google Classroom into Google, you will find the page. And what you'll notice is that if you look with me in the upper right hand corner, this icon shows me which username I am signed into for Google, and this happens to be one of my home Gmail addresses. So I am going to go and click here and sign in as my school Gmail address, because that is where I want my Google Classroom accounts to be. And as you can see, when I click on that icon up in the upper right, I have my different accounts that are signed in on this device as options, and I am going to pick the one that has the Gmail address that matches my school account. So now that I'm logged into my school Gmail account, you can see that I do already have some classes available. So since I'm showing you how to do a new class, you're going to follow me, and we are going to click this plus sign up in the upper right hand corner here. And when we click that plus sign, that will allow us to add a new class. So you can either add a class that you are joining, or you can create a class, and we are going to click Create Class. So now once we click Create Class, so we're going to name our class. Now remember, this name is also the name that your students will see when they are looking at their list of Google Classrooms. So you do want to make this as specific as possible, not just like a period name. So I would call my class Chemistry H or Chemistry AP or something like that, the year. And for the section, I am going to write, let's say, period 1. You can put in the subject, and you can even put in a room number. Let's say you're in room 100. And now once you hit this create button, you will have a class that you can share with your students. Now this is not actually going to be my Chemistry H 2021, 2020, 2021 class, so I'm just going to put test here for my purposes so that I know which one to archive at the end of this video. Once you hit create, it might take a couple of seconds, and you will be brought to this next screen. So once you get brought to this screen, your whatever name you called your class will be up there, and there will be a class code that you can put. If you hit this box right here, you can get that class code to be big on the screen to share on a smartboard or something like that. You can also copy that class code and share it with your students. But once you're in here, we can do different things. We can select the theme, we can upload different photos, and let's just go through a couple of things there. If we click on select theme, we can scroll through all these different pictures. There's different ones for English and history, math and science, the arts, sports, if it's for a team or something. And then there's also other ones that will possibly suit different needs. So I don't know, I'm just gonna pick this one, and I'm gonna select that as my class theme. Just a note, for my own purposes, I do try to use the same background color for different classes that are the same level or the same prep, so that when I'm looking at my Google Classroom, I know, let's say the 2 purple ones are my chemistries that are honors, and my 2 blue ones are the chemistry APs, something like that. The next place we can go is to, where we are, is the stream. And on the stream, you can share something with your class. They will get an alert, and this can be a place for announcements, but I usually don't use the stream. I usually go straight to classwork. Once we're in the classwork tab, you can see that we have a couple of different places that we can go here. You can hit this create button, which allows you to create an assignment or share material or make an announcement. We have this Google Meet. We can make a Google Meet live. You can put things and see the Google Calendar. You can see the class drive folder. You can click here to see who's in the class. And you can click here to see the grades for those people in the class. Now, if at any time you want to go back to the main landing page, you're just going to click Stream. If we click on People at the top here, you will see the list of your students, and you can also see the teacher. So if you have a shared class where you have a co-teacher, this is where you would add your co-teacher. They should also have an email from your organization. If we click this Add Students button, you can give them this invite link, which you can share, or you could just type in their email. Now, in my district, I can start typing a name and the students within my organization will come up so that if I do have a student who doesn't join with the code, I can add them manually. If you click here on the Add Co-Teacher, you can also type their name or email here for them to be invited manually. If you click on Grades, you would see a list of grades and things like that. So let's just go back to the Classwork tab and let's just go through what happens if you create an assignment. So we are going to click on this Create button in order to create an assignment. And again, you can see that I have Cami selected as one of my possibilities because I did link Cami to my Google Classroom previously. But if we click on Assignment, you want to use Assignment anytime you want something with a due date. And you can change your points. You can either change it to out of 5, out of 10, out of 20, whatever it is, or ungraded. This is where you can click on more than one class. If you are assigning your assignment to multiple classes, you can either assign it to all students or individual students. You can change your due date. Now, I normally make my time at the end of the school day, so I will make my time generally around 2:15 or 3 p.m. If you have topics on your sheet, you can put it on your classroom, you can put it into different topics. And if you are asking for them to hand in a Google document or some sort of written document, you can click this to check for plagiarism, which will only be allowed for a certain number of assignments per term. We can also create a quiz, and we can use a Google form for a quiz, which would have the opportunity for a locked mode on Chromebook so that it would open up a lockdown browser where students cannot look in any other web browser. We can create a question for the students to answer. And the other one that I use most often is material. What I will use the material for is to put up notes for the different chapters, interesting websites, video links, and things like that. Material will not show up on their calendar. Material will not have a due date. Hopefully this was helpful. This is Mrs. Beth Temanello, Mrs. T Chem Talk Teacher Tech. Hopefully this helped you figure out how you should get started with Google Classroom. Please click that subscribe and share this with anyone who you think might benefit from it. Thank you.